Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jessie, and I am Yarn Over New York. I want to thank you for joining the Virtual Fiber Festival today, and I look forward to painting your dreams. I'm just going to take 1 second before I get started to make sure that I can join myself live, which here I have. Excellent. So thank you for joining. I'm going to go ahead and come back to myself. So hi, I'm Jessie, Yarn Over New York. And today is Friday, November 27th, 2020. And I say this because as it gets rebroadcast, you might feel the need to interact with me, but I won't hear you. So if it is November 27th, please start commenting about what you want me to see, what you want to see me paint on this piece of yarn. I'm just going to look to see. We've got some people coming. We've got Christy and Amy and Megan, and I appreciate you being here. I'm going to paint the design of your dreams on this lovely piece of fabric today. It is a machine knit piece of fabric called a sock blank. And you can see over my shoulder the watermelon painting. That is a sock blank that I used to knit the sock that is next to it. So you can kind of get an idea of the before and after scramble, speckle, stripy effect that will be achieved when you rip out this piece of fabric and knit with it. Hi, Terry. Hi, Elizabeth. I cannot know. I'm sorry. There's a lot of requests for copyrighted material. So nothing that's owned by Disney, nothing copyrighted. I'm really sorry. I can't do that. But I can do snowflakes and that kind of thing. So abstract ideas are better than copyrighted characters. Thank you for understanding. Take a little breath. I want to remind you that there is a code word for a prize drawing for a coupon code for my shop. The code word is Bobble Trouble. Bobble Trouble. It is the name of our brand new colorway, which we are debuting for this festival, Bobble Trouble. It is a lovely cool gray with speckles, red, green, and blue speckles. And it is delightful. You can get a closer look at the link in the caption. And it is part of our Black Friday sale. So all ready to ship items are 20% off if you use the code Friday20. So say in the comments here, Bobble Trouble, use at checkout at yarnovernewyork.com, Friday20. Now that I've covered all of that, I think we should start painting. Yeah? So I'm going to switch to a lovely little overhead view, which is a new thing that I'm debuting or, well, perfecting. So now you should be seeing me, hi, in a little smelly box, and my blank knitted canvas right here in front of me with my paints and my paintbrushes. And Bobble is actually B-A-U-B-L-E, in case you're looking on the website. You can spell it however you want to enter the contest, but if you're looking on the website, you're probably going to want to spell it right. So we've had a request for snowflakes. I'm trying to see if anyone else has made any requests. You can, thank you, George, for the nice words about the fractals. You can say the code word whenever, but I can't start painting until I get ideas. So let's make some suggestions about what you would like to see me paint. I will gladly start with some snowflakes and would love some more ideas to go from there. Fractal the snowflake peacock. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by fractal the snowflake, but I'm gonna take, I guess, a guess. and start, well, by making a snowflake. And Rockefeller the owl. I can include the owl for sure. He's a cute little guy. I didn't know his name was Rockefeller, but I do know the owl that you're talking about, and I think we can do a little owl in a cozy red sweater. I think that's a delightful idea. And looking for more suggestions about what to paint. We've got snowflakes. That is one snowflake started. And maybe I should put Rockefeller right in the middle. So I'm just going to have to try to remember what he looks like. I think he's got a little, like a pretty ovally face, and then like a little bit of like spiky darkness around it. And he's got his owl eyes. And now let's get him a sweater. A stag. Like a deer stag? Like a reindeer? I could do a reindeer. All right. What do we think of Rockefeller's sweater? So I have to go pretty quickly with this one because we've only got 45 minutes to get this done. So I'm going to do broad strokes so that hopefully at the end of 45 minutes, we manage to have a complete work of art for you to see. He looked like an adorable handful of anger. Yes, he did. An adorable handful of anger. I mean, you know, he's an owl and owls have feelings too, right? So if anyone has kids watching, you can type into the comments the names of your kids and I can give them a little, you know, shout out. You might have to do it more than once, like if the comments recycle, because I only have like a tiny bit that I can actually see at once, which is, I guess, just one of the, you know, delights of technology. All right, so we've got the owl. Let's go ahead and, so his face is like a light gray, and then he's got the darker around the outside. If somebody can confirm that for me, I'll paint his face like it's meant to look, but I just can't look it up, so someone has to tell me. Hi, Jacob. How you doing today? I'm glad that you joined. All right, so got him some golden eyes. And we're going to come back over here, and I think gingerbread as something to paint, or the name of your child. I'm trying to think of, can you, like, do you mean a gingerbread house? I can do a gingerbread house. I can do the stag in front of a gingerbread house if we want over here. All right, the stag might end up looking a little bit moosey, but that's okay, right? Yeah, definitely a moose. Kind of a derpy moose. But I can maybe shoot for a stag down at the other side if that becomes necessary. It's a Christmas moose. All right, and a gingerbread house. This is gonna be fun for colors, huh? Did we update on George? It won't let you paste text, and I can't Google anything to see. So it just has to be all by description, and imagination, which, you know, is a fun part of this activity. Certainly, you know, if you order a custom painted design, then, you know, there's time to sketch it and research and provide photos and all of that fun stuff. But I think that doing it live like this, I don't know, it challenges me to remember what things look like. And I guess it can challenge you all to describe me. Oh, yay, Christmas moose. I did not know that Christmas moose was a thing, but I guess it is. And there you go. We've got a Christmas moose. Did anybody manage to, all right. Rockefeller is a saw wet, so more tawny than gray. Okay. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of brown and try to get some darker around the outside. And then I'll just like blend it down a little bit to be tawny. So I've got right under me a thing of water. So that when I want to dilute, I can. And I can go in and make something light. So how are we feeling about Rockefeller's face? Can I do the skating rink at Rockefeller Center next to Rockefeller? I could try, sure. Heart-shaped. I tried to get a heart shape. There. How's he looking? Oh, kind of think he's adorable now. Thank you for your help with figuring out his face. I think we succeeded. Okay, Rockefeller's there. I want to finish up this side with the gingerbread and the mousse. And then I can try to come back over onto the left and do the skating rink. And yeah, that's gonna be a good test of my memory. Like, I live here and I've been there. Have the photos to prove it. I sometimes feel like people who don't live in New York actually know what New York looks like better than the people that live here, because you all look at the pictures of the touristy things, and we avoid the touristy things like nobody's business. Like, if I walk through Times Square, it is not on purpose. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I have to go. I used to have to go to Times Square for work. But that is a thing of the pre-COVID days. In case you aren't familiar with my background, I used to be a professional stage manager, and the entertainment industry has been hit pretty hard. Luckily, I had already started my career as a yarn dyer, and was able to not suffer as much as many of my friends are suffering right now with the loss of income and loss of industry and catastrophe. So I hope that we get a vaccine and my friends can go back to work soon. All right, checking in on the comments. The tree, oh, so the tree where Rockefeller was living came from near your house? That's pretty cool. Okay, gingerbread. Now the mousse, let's make the mousse a little bit darker. So does anybody else have any kids that they want me to do a shout out for? If you have put their name in and I did not see it, you should definitely do that again, because I only see like 2 comments at a time, unfortunately. And if anyone has let Bing this scene. I'm not sure what you are asking. Someone said the Northern Lights, and I love that idea. Northern Lights are a great idea. I can put them right here next to our mousse and our gingerbread. Since unfortunately we do not get the Northern Lights here in New York, I won't put them at Rockefeller Center. Love the Northern Lights. What a great idea. What a great idea. Hi, Sky. I'm so glad you're here today. I can do clouds over on the New York side. Clouds and a blue sky. So that's a great suggestion. So that is the aurora. And then I'm just gonna take some blue and fill in a nice dark sky, leaving some starry effect. This can be our nighttime with the Northern Lights. And then I need to do a little bit more on this gingerbread house. And how are we doing for time? Okay, it is 12:18. So we've got just about a half hour left. Do you think I can make it? Think I can get it done? Last time I did not get it done. Let's see if we do it this time. Oh, no, Sky, I can't see you. You can see me, but I cannot see you. Sorry, kiddo. All right, so that is the start of the gingerbread moose, Northern Lights. Coming down here to try to remember what a nice skating rink looks like. So Beverly, you're asking about how sock blank works. So this is a machine knit piece of fabric. All right, so I'm just gonna, and I'm pausing for 1 second because I'm trying to remember what he looks like. There, that totally looks like him, right? And now we have the skating rink and there's flags. See, I totally remember what it looks like. And I'll give you a little skyscraper because Rockefeller is a skyscraper. I do think that is actually kind of what it looks like. I do think so. All right. And thank you, Yannicka, about the owl. And thank you, George, for explaining to Beverly about how the sock blanks work. Some types of multitasking are difficult. So thank you. I'm gonna give a little tree here, a little Rockefeller's tree. So yes, Beverly, as George said, it is a machine knit piece of fabric that is made of yarn, and you can rip it out and knit with it. It is equivalent to 1 skein of sock yarn. This particular one is double stranded, so that means that it's 2 strands held together throughout the whole thing as it was knit. And then when you unravel it, you get 2 identical strands of yarn with which you can knit generally socks. And I have them available on other weights. So like single stranded sock weight, and then also DK weight. He's gold, right? So some people rip them out and knit socks, like the one that you can't see right now, I'm blocking it, but you see right behind me, there's if you look in the Smalley display, there's the pink watermelons behind me. That's like a before and after that I did. So the sock blank where you can actually see the watermelons behind me, that is what's left over from me knitting the socks that you see next to it. So it turns out kind of speckly and stripy depending on what the original design is. Like if it's stripy, it will stay stripy. Like if the stripes go in the same direction that you would rip out and knit, then it'll stay stripy. But if it's something speckly, you know, like the owl will get speckled or will become speckles. Thank you, Crystal, for asking about my hat, actually. It is the beeswax hat by Baroque Pearls. Just checking my notes. Yes, the beeswax hat by Baroque Pearls. And it is a fabulous design. I really love it. If you have a small head like me, you will want to omit 1 full repeat of the design that goes around. I have a small head. I omitted the repeat. I was happy with that situation. If you have an above average size head, do it as written. Yannicka, that's really nice. And Amanda, yes, some people do choose to not rip them out. Many yarn stores actually commission me for custom designs and just choose to display them. So like Woolen in Brooklyn, I did a special New York one with the Brooklyn Bridge and the stained glass water tower and her shop. And so she got it framed and it's now on display. And so that's kind of fun and nice. Other people order them as like vacation souvenirs. So they send me photographs of their vacation and I render them on art, and then people choose to keep them as art rather than unravel them. I mean, it's like, I guess you could order two if you wanted to do both. That's what George just said. George, you and I are twins. I mean, yeah, you would have to keep a photo of it. Okay, so checking the time. It is 12:26. Oh, we're doing great for time. I want to thank everybody for keeping the conversation going. It's been fantastic. So I appreciate your continued inspiration and keeping me going and keeping me smiling and laughing and helping each other out. And all of that is awesome. I love you too, George. So I guess I will. Oh, thank you, Jen. It's really sweet that people like to keep them as art. I do find that really endearing. So a few bits of things that I can talk about while, hi, Lucy. I can't see you. Don't worry. Your mom just wrote your name in and I'm saying hi. Hi, Lucy. Okay, so I'm gonna work on the sky. If anyone has anything else, should I do another snowflake? Should I do something else right here? Like if, especially if any of the kids have a suggestion about something that we could squeeze in, I'm gonna do a little bit of blue sky right here as was requested. And don't forget, if you, hi Lucy, if you have not already said the word bobble trouble, that is our code word. I accept any spelling. Yes, another snowflake, great. But bobble, B-A-U-B-L-E, trouble, is the colorway inspired by this festival's mood board color palette. And it is a lovely colorway that will get you in the holiday mood. It's gray with red and green and blue speckles. It's very pretty. And it is also the code word. Also, you're probably aware that it is Black Friday and that means sales. So all of our ready to ship items, which includes yarn and sock blanks, not this sock blank, but our ready to ship sock blanks and our project bags and our stitch markers and all of that fun stuff is 20% off if you go to yarnovernewyork.com, yarnovernewyork.com. And the code is Friday20. Friday20, you enter that at checkout and you get 20% off ready to ship items. I saw somebody said yes to snowflake and somebody said sprig of holly. Holly is the one that has like the dark green pointy leaves, right? And then Holly has the the red berries, right? So get some red in here. Yay, red. Sure, the Rockefeller will love being with his holly and the red berries. And thank you for the link. If that's Lorna Michelle, thank you. Does my, it does not include the pattern. It is only the yarn, but you can get the pattern from Rachie Nguyen directly. She is on Etsy and Ravelry and Payhip. And the pattern name is Moonwake. Can you add a skater or two in the ice rink? Yes, I can add a skater or two. Okay, another snowflake, little skater. They are artistic skaters, and get a little kid skater. Another little kid skater. Great. I could pop a Santa hat on Rocky. Lights on the trees. That's going to be tough. The tree's already green, which I can try, but they'll just look like black dots. Yellow. Yeah. I mean, they're kind of showing up. They're not super. Oh, thank you, George. I turn off my notifications when I'm doing these, so I don't get to know if people are buying, which, you know, is probably good for me to not be distracted by people buying. And then also I think it would be super awkward if as you're watching, you're receiving notifications that I'm selling things. Like would not be as fun for you, I don't think, to see all my business. All right, so we've got some skaters, we've got some holly, we've got some snowflakes. We have about 10 minutes left. Thank you, Yannicka. And thank you, Lucy. So we've got a little bit of white space. I like having this top shot. I'm going to come back and do a little bit more work over on the gingerbread side because it's looking a little undecorated, I think. So let's go ahead and see what magic we can make down here to get this a little bit more festive. Do you all like my top view? I'm pretty excited about it. I've tried a few different configurations and not really been happy with them. So I'm hoping that this is, I guess, like internet stable enough that you are able to hear me well and see me well, and that my voice and my movements are somewhat, hopefully, matched up and synced up and not too choppy. And I hope that the overhead view is also satisfying. Thank you, Amanda, Leslie. Yes, more sky, definitely. I will definitely fill in more sky. We can squeeze in a few more little things if we want to squeeze in a few more little things, or I can just fill out the sky. That is up to you. And thank you, Amanda. I'm glad I was trying to do, on previous ones, I tried to do a split screen, and I think it ended up too laggy to try to see both me from the front big and the top view big, and it I don't think it worked out very well. So I'm happy that this new configuration seems to be successful, and that it is a thing that I can continue to do and do more frequently. Is this looking more gingerbready? Yes. Okay, good. Just needed to get it a little bit darker. It was like an unbaked gingerbread before. I don't think I've ever made a gingerbread house. It's just not a part of our family's tradition. So I don't think that I'm like, maybe with like small ones with graham crackers and cream cheese, but like never like a fully done one. Yes, look at that. Now we're getting the gingerbread color. Yay! Oh yeah. The orange was the right touch to get this a little bit more gingerbready. Way more festive now. Moose friend. All right, anybody's eye. Do we need more? Ooh, sounds like some of my neighbors are upset. You want a prize for your gingerbread ones? Oh, that's awesome. All right, filling in some more sky. If anybody asked for anything, I didn't see it, so go ahead and ask again. I've got like a little bit of area here I can pop something small into, a little bit of area here I can pop something small into. Also, if there is some sort of area that needs to be addressed in the Rockefeller Center, Rockefeller Owl, or gingerbread section, let me know. I'm just gonna, with the last 5-ish minutes that we have, I'm glad you could not hear the neighbors. Sometimes things get a little tense with one of the families that lives upstairs. And sometimes their arguments end up a little bit loud in the hallway. So I do kind of want to put a little something. Maybe I can put an ornament for the bauble. What do we think? Like, you think just filling in the sky? Okay, so we've had 3 votes for just filling in the sky. So what you're saying to me is, Jesse, keep it simple, fill in the sky. All right, let's go ahead and add a little bit more dark blue to be kind of the unifier. So if we get this area of the sky to be a mix of the two colors of the sky, we'll end up with this beautiful gradient effect. That would be pretty cute, a little card with Rocky on it. So I've told you about the beginning of the sock blank life, when it is a bare piece of fabric made from yarn. And now you are witnessing the, I guess, next step in its in its journey of growing up, where I paint it. Then, oh, I skipped over some things. Okay, so the paint that I'm using is acrylic, Jessie. It's not acrylic. It's acid dye. It is the same dye that I use to dye yarn, and I thicken it with sodium alginate, which is like a seaweed kind of gelatin that thickens the dye to the consistency of acrylic paint. So I can paint with the paintbrushes like you've seen, and then I can also dilute it again and spoon on and make like a lovely little cloudy sky effect, which is pretty fun. So I'm painting it now, and then when I'm done painting it in just about 3 minutes, I will roll it up. I'll put another piece of, it's really cute. I'm pretty pleased with this one. It's pretty cute. So I'll roll it up and pop it into my steamer on the stove, and it will use heat to set the dyes. I have pre-soaked this in acid, so it is already at the pH that it needs to be to receive the dye. It just needs some heat. And then, like magic, the dye will set on the yarn, and when you unravel it, it will be yarn. If you don't unravel it, then it's still yarn, but it's yarn in this shape. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone. I'm seeing a couple more things that I just want to tweak. If you have not already said Bobble Trouble, you should, because I will be doing a prize drawing sometime later today. And you want to win, I know you do. You also want to buy some Yarn Over New York yarn, I know you do. And you can do that at yarnovernewyork.com. I've got a sale going on today, which you can use the code Friday20 at checkout, and you will receive 20% off of the ready to ship yarn, project bags, etc. It's pretty fab. I'm just gonna, you can't see the end, but there's just like a little bit of unpainted bit down here that I'm gonna throw a little bit of color on. That's pretty pretty. Pretty pretty. All right. Are we done? Is it time? Thank you so much for being here. This has been super fun, super fun. Visit yarnovernewyork.com. You can contact me there if you want to order a custom sock blank of your dreams. There's a contact us form. There is a custom order listing. You can find it all. Be sure to check out our ready to ship selection today with the code Friday20 at yarnovernewyork.com. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving me some great ideas. I'm super, super happy with how this turned out. And I finished on time, so Lorna won't be mad at me. I know she's not going to be mad at me. She's very gentle and nice. She would not actually be mad at me, but now she has no reason to be mad at me anyway. So thank you. It's been awesome. Hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.